Hello, and welcome to the National University of Singapore Ariba Network Supplier Training Micro Videos. This video will demonstrate the supplier portal and how to complete some basic setup so you're ready to transact with NUS. Once you've already logged into the business network, make your way to the home page or dashboard by clicking on the Home option available. We're currently in a standard account, and even though we're in a standard account, the configuration will still be the exact same. Looking at our homepage, we have a few widgets available to you for your convenience. We have an overview widget, which directly ties to the information found within your workbench. So this overview widget here shows you your orders to invoice, your rejected orders, and things of that nature. You are also able to see widgets and an activity feed for purchase orders from all of your different customers. I currently have my customers set as the NUS test account, so I can only see orders relating to that customer. We also have some purchase order and invoicing trends as well. And if you scroll down, you'll find other trends widgets, which you could play around with and have a review of when you log into your SAP Business Network. If you would like to customize these widgets, you do have this customize option available for you as well. Now, the first step with account configuration is reviewing your company profile. You can review your company profile from the widget here, or you can go to this settings initials for account settings, and you can click on company profile here. Let's click on company profile and run you through what needs to be achieved within your company profile. The company profile is where you'll find all overview information about your organization. This information has been filtered from the SLP process that you may have already done, so you may already have some company profile information already input into this area, hence the 35% completed rate. This area has multiple tabs for business, marketing, contacts, or additional documents if you would like to input that information. All information fields that have an asterisk mean that they are required. And this is a common theme within the SAP Business Network. So wherever you see an asterisk, be sure to put in information appropriate to that text field. You can scroll down through the company profile to review the options available and the information that you may need to input. Once you've completed the company profile, and once as a Singapore supplier you've set up your regulatory profile, you can simply click Save, displaying a green banner, letting us know that your company profile has been updated, and click Close. Of course, take me back to the SAP Business Network dashboard for us. Now, going back to our account settings, let's cover a few more configuration options and point out some other helpful tips for SAP Business Network users. From the account settings options, you do always have access to the Contact Administrator option if you would like to contact your administrator for the account. So the administrator is the person who set up the initial account for your customer and for the business network. So if I was to click on that, I can of course review the details of who set up the account for me as a user. Clicking done and taking us back. The next account configuration options that I will be covering are ones that are specifically for the account administrators. So heading to our account settings options and heading to this settings drop-down option, you'll find options for electronic order and invoice routing. Clicking these options takes us to the network settings page. Your electronic order routing is how you will receive notifications about purchase orders and the purchase order document in the Ariba network. As you go through, you'll notice that we have the options to the side here, as well as the routing method. The routing method is usually default to either online or email, depending on how you've set up your account and how your customer has set it up in the initial steps in the background. When you do input things like email, you will need to provide an email address of those at your company who should receive the notifications about purchase order documents. You can have up to 5 email addresses. However, if you do have any more than 5, I would recommend a distribution list being put in for the notifications being set up for the additional members of your team who need that. Scrolling down. Notifications is another major area of electronic order routing because this is what helps alert your customer when purchase orders or orders are undeliverable, and it helps send notifications to yourselves. Again, you need to provide an email address. Only one is required, but if you do have more, you can have up to 5, and any more than 5, I do recommend a distribution list. Once you're happy with the order routing methodology, you can click on Save, saving that, again displaying a green banner for you, and then you can straight away click on the electronic invoice routing. Now, invoice routing is very important because invoice documents are the main documents that you'll be sending to your customer in the Ariba network. The default for invoice routing is usually online and should remain that way unless you're integrating, in which case an integration specialist will assist you and they'll point out the options available with CXML and EDI. The notifications is the most important part, and this is where, again, you'll need to put in the email addresses of people at your company who require the notifications for invoice failure, invoice status changes, receipts, or service sheets with invoicing. Like our order routing, we can have up to 5 email addresses. However, any more than 5, I do recommend a distribution list, as I've previously mentioned. When you're happy with the electronic invoice routing, you can click on Save, saving that information and displaying a green banner, and then click Close. And again, we'll be taken back to the SAP Business Network homepage or dashboard. That now concludes today's video on how to view your supplier portal and complete some basic account setup. Thank you for watching.